Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the current movie site that we've built with images and all that, and I'm going to put it inside this type of styling. Okay, so the first thing I've got to do is I'm going to build the skeleton, design the CSS, and then then put the PHP in the right spots. Okay, so now I'll go to expression and build the skeleton first. So if I bring expression to here, and I'll put that on the other screen so I can see what I'm looking at. Okay, so this is my index at the moment. It's not all that exciting. Now, when I looked at my page, I've got a header. So I need to do this in HTML5. Okay, so there's my header. So I can go to there. Then I'm going to have a section. This section will contain this part of information here. Then I'll have another section here, which will contain that bit. And then I will finally have another section here with my awesome spelling, which will have my basic text in it. Okay, so pretty much it's like 1, 2 in here. I've got a couple in there, so I might. So this will be my header. I might make an extra one for that and that. So I'll make a few more sections. Yep. Okay. So just below my header, I'll create another section, which is I'm just going to use for the film strip. Okay, and I'll just have that there. So my CSS will of course be up into here. Like that. Okay, I'm going to pause this and just build it, and then show you what it looks like. Okay. Okay. So what I've done is I've built this page with this design. Okay. Now if I go into expression, as you can see, I'm using my sections and articles, and I'm assigning all of my styles here through this style sheet. Well, through the internal styles. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add this as a new folder, CSS, and inside there I'm going to put in my style sheet.css. Okay. Now from here I'm going to attach the style sheet. Images in a CSS in a style sheet. Click on OK. Grab, click, drag and drop. Right. So that should make it a little bit easier to see. Okay, so that's all pretty much straightforward HTML and CSS stuff. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to apply the same style into my profile page. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the profile page. So if I log in as Fred and Fred, okay, we're back to here. So now I'm going to apply the styles to that. So I'll pause and fix that one all up. Okay, so this is the profile with the that style set put on top of it like this. So all I've done is I've moved the straight HTML into here. I've made sure I've changed my doc type here. My PHP sits in between my two content tags where I want it to be, okay? And then I just use this like normal. Now, one of the things I'm going to do now is I'm just going to add another style on here just to push stuff a bit more towards the center. So what we'll do is we'll put a padding 50 pixels, and we'll just refresh the page. Okay, so now let's brought it all over here, and we might put a little bit of padding on the top just to push it down. Okay, so that should be down a fraction. There we go. So now it's a little easier to look at. So from here what I'm going to do is I'm now going to modify let's have a look at edit user details. That doesn't look too hard to modify. Actually, no. Okay, so let's do this one next. Okay, so I'm going to modify edit profile page. So what I do is I'm going to steal this part here. I'm then going to open up my edit profile page. Okay, so that's all my PHP that's all figured out. And from here, so I'm getting rid of the body, I paste because I put in a body and I put in all this stuff. So this bit here is my profile page now. Okay, so all this stuff here fits inside the content section. So if I grab from the bottom there to that point there, so I'll just cut that and I will paste that into there. Get rid of the 2 bits of code that I don't need there. Need to make sure that this is HTML5 to understand it. Excellent, so I'll just save the page and I'll refresh. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so that's a good start. We're starting to get some bits and pieces in there. But what didn't happen? Pretty obvious one here. I didn't attach the style sheet. So I've got to attach, browse, style sheet, okay. Save, or Alt tab out, hit the refresh button. There we go. So now I can go back to my profile page and I can edit my user details page. Okay, and that's still using all the exact same stuff. So if Fred became Peter Smith. Okay, so I return back to edit, Peter Smith, not a problem. Okay, so he knows who I am now, so we'll just put him back to Fred. Yeah, if I could spell Fred. Fred. Okay, submit. Excellent, okay. And we'll go back to the profile page. Cool. Okay, so now I'll do the exact same thing here for add movie details. As you can see, it's pretty simple stuff. Okay? All I'm doing is I'm taking from the bottom up to the start of my body here. I'll just might as well take it all the way up to there. So I copy that. I then open up the page that I want to modify, which is add movie in this case. So I'll open him up. And I'm getting rid of from here down. Well, I'm not getting rid of it. I'm just overriding it. Okay. So from here, now all this body stuff here fits on top of this stuff. So this is the PHP that goes into this point here. So I'll grab all that, take it down there, paste it back over it. Cool. Get rid of the 2 bits of code. Well, a couple of bits that down there are irrelevant. Okay. Style sheet should be linked up. Got to change my doc type. Save. Okay, so now I'll refresh the page. Excellent. Now, notice here how my add movie is actually down below. What I want to do is I now want to go back in and check my style sheet on my content. And let's put in overflow of auto. Okay, so now if I come and refresh this guy, I get a little bit of a scroll bar that pops up, so I can see it down here. Okay, so let's do this. So it is Transformers movie, the lowercase o. Okay, synopsis is just awesome and a must see. If you haven't seen it, you've got to go see it. Okay, then we'll browse to my desktop. Transformers goes there, and then I'll add the movie data. Okay, so I should really clean that up a bit, but that's alright. So I can go back to my profile page now. List movies is the next one that we're going to do. Okay, check it out. Okay, so same deal. Back here into expression, I'm going to take from underneath the title down. I'll grab that. What am I on? List movie. List movie. So from here down. Notice all I'm doing, because I've already got the functionality up and running, all that I have to do is just move my core code, which is the PHP code that I've built. So when you guys do it, it's going to be pretty much the exact same thing, because you've already got the code up and running. So all it is just little bits and pieces to tidy up. And we get rid of that, save that, hit that, refresh that. Okay, so let's have a look at my list movies. Awesome.